Actors who can't work together in a movie. You saw the video title, didn't you? Now you're confused? Why would actors and actresses not want to be in a movie together? Why in the world do they make beef with each other? The simple answer. Why not let's dive into the video to find out if they do and what may have been the reason. Number 1. Robert Downey Jr. and Terrence Howard. Remember Iron Man 1? Good. So did you notice that the roadie, Terrence Howard, who saw Tony's shiny silver suit in the garage, is different from the roadie you've come to know as the War Machine? During his sight of the suit, he was eager to put it on, but instead said, "Next time, baby," and then went away. According to Terrence Howard, we can conclude that indirectly at the very least, Robert Downey Jr. may have had something to do with it. Howard's contract with the MCU was originally signed for 3 films, but to bankroll Downey's hefty pay increase for Iron Man 2, Marvel offered a dramatic cut in salary. Howard, unsatisfied by this, balked at the offer, and Don Cheadle was brought in to suit up instead. Number 2. Bill Murray and Lucy Liu. We all know that, far from actions, Bill Murray seems like a completely cool kind of guy. However, if you've ever been on set before, you would know that in such environments, Bill is completely all business and can be somewhat technical if things don't run smoothly. Going on specifically, the dispute between Bill and Lucy can be traced back to the 2000 blockbuster remake of the iconic 70s TV show, Charlie's Angels. In the movie, Murray played Bosley, the assistant to the mysterious Charlie, the millionaire who bankrolls all of the Angels' super sleuthing. Assuming certain information sources are to be believed, then Murray superfluously disliked Lucy Liu's acting to the extent that it got to a point where he stopped a scene referring to Liu. He said, "What in the hell are you doing here? You can't act." Number 3. Will Smith and Janet Hubert. Will Smith and Janet Hubert are celebrities that won't want to be in movies together. But what exactly is the cause of this? Still, remember the classic 90s sitcom called The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Not only did this beloved sitcom showcase the talents of Will Smith, it also had Janet Hubert play the role of Vivian for just 3 seasons before being replaced. Hubert was apparently difficult to work with on set. Will Smith commented on the issue back in 1993 saying, "I can say straight up that Janet Hubert wanted the show to be the Aunt Viv of Bel-Air show, because I know she's going to dog me in the press." Hubert also revoked the repeated rumors of a reunion. Number 4. Kevin Smith and Bruce Willis. Kevin Smith and Bruce Willis both acted in Live Free or Die Hard, with Smith playing the role of a hacker known as Warlock, who helps John McClane track down cyber terrorist Thomas Gabriel. When some uncredited work was done on the script, with the writer-director rewriting chunks of dialogue, Smith became completely impressed with Willis, and this led to the two working together on Cop Out, which proved to be a challenge for both men. Apparently, things didn't go smoothly on the Cop Out set. Smith criticized Willis's attitude and later called him the unhappiest, most bitter, and meanest emo bitch he has ever met at any job. He also remarked that he wouldn't even pose for the movie poster. Number 5. Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. Considering the situation at hand, you probably wouldn't get much different personalities than Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones on paper. Though most people regarded Joel Schumacher's neon nightmare Batman Forever as a low point for the Caped Crusader, it at least appeared that the actors were having fun, even if audiences weren't. And although the Riddler and Two-Face may have become best of friends in an attempt to defeat the Dark Knight in the movie, the story is entirely different when viewed off the screen. Number 6. Nick Nolte and Julia Roberts. Let's just break this in straight. Nick Nolte and Julia Roberts did not actually see eye to eye while working on the movie I Love Trouble. Maybe they just love to act according to the title. But things got so bad that production was completely affected by the hatred of the co-stars for each other. When asked during a New York Times interview, Roberts said that Nolte could be charming and nice, but he was also completely disgusting. After some time period, Nolte made a callback at Roberts saying that it's not nice to call someone disgusting, but she's not a nice person. Everyone knows that. Tracking down from that period, Nolte has called I Love Trouble the worst film he's ever appeared in, and that he felt he sold his soul by doing it. Julia Roberts, on the other hand, called Nolte the worst actor she's ever worked with. Number 7. Dwayne Johnson, and Vin Diesel. Don't be surprised. In a world like this one we live in, nothing is impossible. Yeah, and that's what we perceive with Dwayne and Vin. The two stars recently had their feud become public while shooting The Fate of the Furious. It was all initiated when The Rock posted a video on Instagram to celebrate his last week of shooting the movie. In the caption, he said, "My male co-stars, however, are a different story. Some conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't. The ones that don't are too chicken shit to do anything about it anyway." Thanks to the media, it didn't take very long for reports to come out, accusing both of the actors of being divas on set. Noticing that the actors did not have a scene together unlike previous movies, the rumor got fueled that the two actors really hate each other and just couldn't be bothered to film together. Number 8, James Franco and Tyrese Gibson. Even though this is going to be the last one on our list for today, this is still the most remarkable and highly personal fight. To prepare for his role as a junkie in City by the Sea, James Franco went full method and slept on the streets to get him in the required mindset. In the movie, Franco plays a new naval recruit who is entered into a midship boxing tournament called the Brigades, where he eventually faces Tyrese Gibson as his commanding officer. Both men got into fighting shape, but Franco apparently overstepped the line. During the filming of the climactic fight, Franco didn't pull his punches, something which Tyrese Gibson understandably took exception to. In a later interview, Gibson stated, "Whenever we'd have to get into the ring for boxing scenes, and even during practice, the dude was full on hitting me. I was always like, 'James, lighten up, man. We're just practicing.' He never lightened up. I never want to work with him again, and I'm sure he feels the same way. It felt very personal." I mean, something we can actually conclude about from this is that fights among actors in the stage world of Hollywood come with special effects. Or why else would you just shake and hug your acting partner and tell them you hate them? Thinking of possible reasons? Then let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and peace.